The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out of the 21. So Oklahoma's offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work, looking for a productive play on 1st down. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Now improvising. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. The Sooners send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance.
Oh, he dropped it! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Beard is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Third down play from the gun. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, 1st down. On the run, it's Cornelius. On the move is the 30. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Unloads to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
He finds his man.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing at the wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
They'll run play action. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Coming after him. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. The Sooners will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Unloads to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to them. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
And he sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for this offense. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
couple of yards deep. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. On first down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Mendoza. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go back to the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays, you rep them over and over.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Got room at the 35. He's now got 78 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll let it go down the right side. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun to give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On the ground, it's Cornelius. And they make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the beatdown has ensued.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Give to the single back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
And the Sooners will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Wants to bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. This is a 3rd and long. The play action fake. Moving away from pressure. He'll fire to his right. Complete downfield. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great.
Flying down the left side. The tap. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sooner. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by 13 to East Carolina.
The running back has it.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. At the 35, he's loose. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4th. Trying play action. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Got his man to the left. Afterburners coming. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Dogs are on the move. From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The give from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? The Sooners are in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Mendoza. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Caught by the tight end. Gain of 23 on the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Push down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Finds a tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Got it looking for the first down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense has converted just one time in 4 4th down attempts, but they'll try it again. They'll try to pick up the first. Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get left.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pass on the way. It's picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball, go have fun, take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
And all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Brings it down on the right side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. They add on another score, and now that record oh so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part of it. A late touchdown. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great.
And it's picked off. Bringing it back at the 20. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? We're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
On to attempt the try. Splits those uprights right in half. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. 3rd down after the run. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. The give to the back. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at the...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do for their next football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0 and